Can you believe that sometimes your car acts up? The check engine light glows, acceleration feels slow, or the transmission shifts roughly, but there's actually no mechanical failure? The culprit is often the ECU, your car's control computer, getting mixed signals from its data. Most drivers panic and immediately pay a mechanic hundreds of dollars just for a system reset. However, there are 5 incredibly easy, zero-cost methods that professional mechanics use every day, which you can perform right in your own garage. These range from a key-turning maneuver that feels like a cheat code to a gas pedal sequence that can improve your fuel economy. If this video is helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel.
Method 1. The ignition key cycle reset. If you drive an older vehicle, especially models from before 2005, this is a secret technique that experienced mechanics still rely on. It's known as the ignition key on-off cycling reset, and despite the technical name, it's just a simple rhythm of key turns. You don't need tools, you don't even need to open the hood, and it can solve problems that seem complex. Imagine this. You've just installed a new battery or had an electrical repair, and suddenly the car feels sluggish, the throttle is unresponsive, or the gears aren't engaging smoothly. You immediately worry about a costly transmission or sensor failure. Often, the reality is that the ECU, the vehicle's brain, has simply lost its recent adaptive data. This key-turning pattern forces the car to relearn its optimal running parameters. The procedure is dead simple. Sit in the driver's seat, insert the key, and turn it to the on position, where all dashboard lights illuminate but the engine is not running. Hold it there for a few seconds, then turn it completely off. Repeat this full sequence 3 times, aiming to complete the entire cycle within 10 seconds. It truly is like inputting a video game cheat code for your car, signaling a fundamental logic restart. Why this works? On many older vehicles, this simple on-off sequence forces a reset of the fuel pump relay, clears old electronic throttle data, and even recalibrates the automatic transmission's shift points. I recall an early Ford Escape whose owner thought the transmission was failing after a battery change because it was running rough and shifting hard. 3 key cycles and a short drive later, the transmission relearned and it was running perfectly again. The best part of this trick is its total safety. You risk no shorts, no pulled fuses, or touching battery terminals. It simply leverages the ECU's built-in programming for startup signal recognition. This makes it effective for many common older models for manufacturers like Ford, Chrysler, and Nissan. It's not a cure-all, it's less effective on newer cars, especially post-2010 models, where algorithms have changed. But for your trusty older car, this is the cheapest first solution to attempt. Pro tip, do not rush. Count silently and ensure you hold the key in the on position long enough for the ECU to register the step. Skipping it means no reset.
Method 2. The proper battery disconnect. Disconnecting the battery to reset a car is probably the most widely known method, but are you aware that 90% of people do it incorrectly? This is why the ECU doesn't fully reset and those persistent errors remain. It's not the car being stubborn, it's us overlooking small, crucial steps. The common mistake? You remove the negative terminal, wait 5 minutes, and reconnect. While logical, the car's electronics, from the ECU to safety systems, still hold a residual charge in their capacitors and backup circuits. When you reconnect, the old error data lingers, the check engine light stays on, and the engine runs poorly. Here is the correct reset procedure. Safety first. Always disconnect the negative terminal first, then the positive. Reconnecting is the reverse. Positive first, then negative. This is a non-negotiable rule for seasoned mechanics to prevent sparks or short circuits. Wait and drain. After disconnecting both terminals, don't rush. Wait a minimum of 10 to 15 minutes for the residual power to drain completely. The critical step. Waiting isn't enough. Press and hold the brake pedal for about 10 seconds or give the horn a few quick honks. This might sound strange, but it actively helps discharge the last bit of electricity stored in the vehicle's small capacitors. Only after this full discharge is the ECU's temporary memory truly wiped clean, ready for a fresh start. I had a customer with a Hyundai Sonata whose dashboard was an alarming light show of errors. He had tried a battery disconnect, but it failed. I followed the proper process, disconnecting both, pressing the brake, waiting 15 minutes, then reconnecting. The check engine light vanished instantly and the car ran perfectly. He was shocked, having nearly paid $200 for a simple diagnostic scan. You will need a wrench, usually 10 millimeters for most cars, and some patience. When reconnecting, make sure the terminals are tightened securely. Loose connections are a frequent cause of intermittent misleading ECU issues. A downside to this method is that it wipes personal settings. The clock will reset, radio presets will be lost, and memory seats may go blank. However, a few minutes of resetting your radio saves you potentially hundreds of dollars in unnecessary repairs. This works excellently after replacing sensors or for dealing with general issues like rough idling or sluggish throttle. If the errors quickly return, you have a genuine mechanical or electrical problem that needs a deeper check.
Method 3. Resetting with an OBD2 scanner. If the battery disconnect is the basic weapon, the OBD2 scanner is the essential modern tool for any owner of a 1996 or newer vehicle. Think of it as an electronic stethoscope for your car. Instead of guessing, an OBD2 scanner lets you read the vehicle's actual complaints, pinpointing the exact issue. Even better, it allows you to directly reset the ECU and turn off the check engine light with just a few button presses. Important note, not all OBD2 scanners are equal. While you can find very cheap units, professional models cost much more. Based on my 10 years as a mechanic, avoid the cheapest options. Budget scanners often only read basic codes or have unreliable connections. I once had a customer whose cheap scanner showed no code found, even though his Hyundai Tucson was jerking. A proper scanner instantly revealed throttle sensor and fuel system errors. How to use it. Locate the OBD2 port, usually under the steering wheel near your left knee, plug in the scanner, and turn the key to the on position without starting the engine. The scanner will boot up and retrieve codes, typically starting with P, B, C, or U. Each code indicates a specific problem. Once you've read the codes, simply press the Clear Code or Erase button on the device, which is the ECU's software reset. The check engine light will turn off immediately. But remember, the reset only lasts if the underlying problem is fixed. Owners often clear codes to sell a car quickly, but smart buyers drive the car enough to make the light reappear if the problem persists. The huge advantage of an OBD2 scanner reset over a battery disconnect is that you retain all personal settings. The clock, radio, power seats, and adaptive driving systems all remain intact. Furthermore, depending on the scanner, you can choose to reset only the engine, transmission, or ABS modules selectively, something a battery disconnect cannot do. Pro tip: after clearing codes, drive your car at least 50 to 100 miles to allow the system to run its test cycles known as readiness monitors. If you immediately go for an emissions test, your car might fail because the ECU hasn't finished its self-check.
Method 4. Throttle body reset via pedal. If you have replaced the battery or disconnected it, and now your car is experiencing rough idle, erratic RPMs, or a sluggish throttle response, the electronic throttle body might be the culprit. Older cars used a mechanical cable for the throttle, so power loss wasn't an issue. Modern drive-by-wire systems mean the ECU loses the memory of the correct gas pedal and throttle valve positions when power is lost. The result? The car struggles to relearn, leading to poor performance. You need to reset the throttle body using the pedal. The procedure is genuinely simple, though rarely known. Ensure the car is completely off. Insert the key and turn it to the on position, dashboard lights on, engine off. Hold this for 3 to 5 seconds. Slowly press the gas pedal all the way to the floor and hold it there for 5 to 10 seconds. Gently release the pedal back to its starting position. Repeat this entire press and release process 2 or 3 times. Turn the key off. Wait a few seconds, then start the car normally. The goal is to teach the ECU the 0 point, pedal released, and the 100% point, pedal floored. In most cases, the idle stabilizes within minutes of a test drive. The throttle becomes smoother, lag disappears, and fuel economy can noticeably improve. Studies show that skipping this reset after a battery change can waste 10 to 12% more fuel in city driving. I once saw a Nissan Altima owner convinced his transmission was failing due to its erratic throttle after a new battery. The 3-minute throttle reset solved the problem completely, saving him a pointless sensor replacement. Each brand has minor variations. For example, some Toyota and Honda models need a simple on-press release, while some Nissans require a 10-second hold before the pedal sequence, so it's always best to consult your owner's manual or trusted forums. The core idea, however, is the same: manually helping the ECU relearn the pedal and throttle body positions. The advantage here is that no tools are needed. It only affects the throttle system, so you won't lose your radio settings, clock, or seat memory. This is a high payoff, zero-cost trick that pros use before considering expensive part replacements. A quick tip: after the reset, drive for 15 to 20 miles to allow the ECU to fine-tune its settings based on your driving style.
Method 5. Soft ECU drain with jumper cables. This may sound unorthodox, but it is the ultimate technique many skilled mechanics use to completely purge the ECU's memory without needing complex tools. While a standard battery disconnect resets most temporary data, the soft ECU drain goes further, drawing out every last bit of residual energy from the system, forcing a true zero-state reboot. Think of your car like a frozen laptop. Unplugging it turns it off, but a full reset is sometimes needed to clear lingering program issues. The soft ECU drain is like unplugging the laptop and holding the power button to ensure a full component reset. The procedure is simple but requires meticulous attention to safety. Safety rule: ensure both battery terminals, positive and negative, are disconnected. Never attempt this with the battery still connected. Grab a standard set of jumper cables, the kind used to jumpstart a car. Attach the red clamp to the positive terminal cable and the black clamp to the negative terminal cable. Crucially, these cables are detached from the battery. By clamping the detached cables together, you create a closed loop, allowing any trapped electricity in the car's system to discharge completely. There is no power source involved, so there are no sparks, just a full, clean system reset. Wait the ideal time of 5 to 10 minutes. You can briefly press the brake pedal or turn on the headlights to hasten the discharge. Remove the clamps. Reconnect the battery in the correct order, positive first, then negative, and tighten them securely. When you start the car, the ECU will be in a factory-fresh state, free of ghost error codes or faulty data. I once fixed a Chevy Cruze with a persistent throttle error that neither a battery disconnect nor an OBD2 scanner could permanently resolve. A 10-minute soft ECU drain was the final solution. The car ran smoothly, and the error never returned, stunning the owner who was prepared to buy a new ECU. This method is unique because it resets not just the ECU, but other electronic modules too: transmission control, climate system, infotainment. The downside is the full loss of all personal settings, clock, radio, etc. However, it provides a completely clean slate, eliminating hidden error data that simple resets can't touch. Use the soft drain for stubborn errors that other methods can't fix, and never clamp the cables while the battery is still connected, as this risks a dangerous short circuit. Many drivers report that their car feels smoother, with a more responsive throttle and better gear shifts after a soft drain. Many annoying car issues are simply a confused ECU, not a major mechanical breakdown. These 5 reset methods, the key trick, proper battery disconnect, OBD2 scanner, throttle pedal reset, and soft ECU drain, can make your car run smoothly, turn off warning lights, and save you hundreds in unnecessary shop visits. Understand and apply them correctly, and you'll truly take control of your vehicle.